Hello and welcome to another unboxing from Pushing Cardboard. I'm Grant Lindeberg, and today we're looking at a game called simply called Verdun. I think it's a card game. It's from a company I don't know anything about. They may be fairly new for all I know. They're called Dragon Dawn. This is one of those cases where I saw a notice about their Kickstarter or Game Found, or however they did they raised the money for this, and it looks sort of interesting. I'm always interested in card games. Not I don't mean trick-taking games or anything like that. I mean, well, Upfront was always one of my favorite games, so I'm always on the lookout for another game that can do with cards what Upfront did. So anyway, I backed this, and I just got this little box in the mail. You can see it's a small box, as you might expect for a card game. And then I also got we'll have a look at these as well. This is another deck of cards that says Mud and Blood module for Verdun. So I can't remember if it was something I had to back as an extra, or if it was a stretch goal. I think maybe it was like something like, pay another $5 and get this other little add-on. Anyway, this it says it's a 1 versus 1 or 2 versus 2 card game, and doesn't really say anything about it doesn't say anything about complexity or solitaire availability or accessibility or anything like that. But it's got lovely blurbs from Jason Matthews and Dan Thoreau on the back. So so there's a couple of guys who have played it and loved it. And it looks like it comes from Dragon Dawn. It says here from Finland. So this is maybe a Finnish company. Anyway, let's open the box and see what's in here. I have to say that I have a few card games where, even though they're a card game, the publisher decided that they'd put it in a full-size kind of bookcase-style box just for the shelf appeal, and I'm very glad to see that that's not the case here. Actually, it's a pretty good-looking box. Very lovely cover there. Anyway, here we go. Here's the we got. Oh, I see. So German rules, we'll dispense with those. There's English rules and French rules. So rules for rules in three languages. It says rulebook version 1.8. So it's been through some versions, obviously, before they've released it. Because I don't think this game has been out enough for there to be multiple versions of the rules. Small, what's going to fit in the box here. So it's I'm sure this is A4 paper rather than 8.5 by 11, but it's the classic, sheet of paper folded in half for your size of the rule book. You can kind of guess the size from that. Given the small size of the pages, single column makes total sense. Full color, glossy, and I have no idea why they do these things where it's like these arty things on the. I don't know what they're trying to. They're trying to make me feel like I'm reading a rule book at the front. I don't know why anybody does that sort of silly arty business in rule books. It's it's just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it's not a very long rule book. What do we got? Eight pages. On the 9th page, we got a big example of play. The whole thing is done in 10 pages, and then it says there's a Mud and Blood module which can be purchased separately. That's what I've got here. So rules for that, and that's it. So very, very short, straightforward rule book. Okay, well, since this is a card game, let's have a look at the cards. We've got 3 different decks here, and I don't know if they're I don't know anything about them. We're going to see. We'll find out together what's going on with these different decks of cards. So a lot of French. It says tactical cards, I guess. I don't know. And we'll find out. That's the back side. So here's the actual cards here. We got artillery, airstrike, mustard gas, stratagem, decoys, okay. Looks like these are French, German, and English versions of the same card, and it looks like these are just like little rule reminders. So that's looks like what we have in the first deck there. And I bet then this is going to be the French deck, and the other one will be the German deck. That's just a guess, but we'll see. Plastic doesn't want to give up, much like the French. Okay, so here's, I think I am right. We have a red, white, and blue rooster, cock, which kind of the symbol of France. Yeah, and it looks like these look. Oh, here's some German ones at the end, so maybe the German deck is bigger. But it looks like we just have numbers on these cards. There's no events, so whether that's op points or just I don't mean or just like numbers, like like on a regular deck of cards, ace through king or something. Maybe it's like that. So there's a few of the German ones. We'll see more, I'm sure, when we look at the next deck. The art looks fantastic, but I don't know that the art actually has anything to do with what the card does. I won't find that out until I play, but just the fact that there's no text to go along with any of the art on those cards makes me think that here we go. Here's some. These are just more cards to instructional cards. Here's the rest of the German cards, and again they go. Oh, here we go. Go up to G, and then we got some special cards here. These are German as well, so I don't know. We got some couple with the Eiffel Tower and a couple with pontoon boats. Now that's interesting. And then there's this little bit of cards. All these cards don't seem to go for, well, they do say they have a German eagle on the, oh, and then here's some French ones. So we got, these are special cards for each side. And they have differing numbers of stars on them. So all of this is just completely opaque until we see how the game plays, right? But, again, the artwork on these cards, really cool. Really, like, I don't know if they've used actual period artwork or hopefully they haven't done AI art, period artwork, but whatever it is, the art looks really nice. We have some very few, these would be markers rather than counters. They're chunky. You see that? You can see how thick that is. They're all like, they're blocks. They're wood blocks, beautifully, with painted, not stickers. So those pieces look really good. And then I don't know. Is this maybe we get a little? Maybe there is a little mat board. Here's a description of the Battle of Verdun, and it looks like it's yeah. This is just like historical notes. This isn't rules or anything like that. And then finally, two-sided. I think you'd be playing one side or the other, but who knows? One side has a spot for all those special cards, but this other side is got a bit of a map of the battlefield. So who knows? It's I mean, if we look at the cover of the rule book, it looks like the cards do get played on this map board, but it could go either way. It looks like they maybe get played on this side. Won't find out till we play the game. Anyway, that's everything. That's everything that's in the box, and that's Verdun. Nice little box. What did I say they were called? Dragon Dawn Productions out of Finland. So yeah, well, keep watching the channel. I'm sure I will be back soon with some info on how this game is played, because nothing here makes me... Oh, we need to look at one more deck before I finish up. Let's have a look at that Mud and Blood deck. I think this has got something, you know, Mud and Blood, as it says. I think this might have add like some kind of weather rules to the game or something like that. So let's have a look at these cards. Again, we have some information. Weather changes, more information. Well, these have text. Flare at night, fog, yeah, clear skies, sniper, good weather, rain. Okay, so, and then some rules. All right, so there we go. That's actually the end of it. So that's basically a set of optional rules, I think, that you can, if you bought the deck, you can tack on. Anyway, there we go. Verdun, and by Ren Multamaki. Multamaki, there we go. Well, Ren, I look forward to playing your game, and I'll report back. Thanks for watching. Drop by the Discord server sometime, and if you played this game, let us know what you thought of it, or just say hello, and be glad to talk to you. See you next time.